Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Otaku Chronicles, coming to you live every Tuesday with your various anime shows and episodes, favorite characters, favorite themes, our theories, everything else included. I'm here with your boys, D.
With himself, D Money. You got.
I looked at you
B-Rad.
too. I looked directly at you too.
We're keeping that in there too. That's perfect. So we got me, myself, and I, B-Rad.
Yeah, you know.
D Money and the Panda Man, P King.
The Panda Express, P King, let's go.
P King, how you feeling today?
I'm awake. For the
I
most
mean,
Feel a little
that
better
works.
after
That
getting hit.
works.
part. For the most part, man. Just 2 lines of coke in, and I should be good to go.
Nah, bro, it's been a week since you've been hit by a truck coon. Like, how your bones feeling?
It's still brittle, still here, but half of it is actually kind of metal at this point. I feel like Wolverine. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, Wolverine, I'm pretty sure, is a depressive alcoholic. Can you relate to that?
I think we can all relate to that.
That's
Just a little bit.
well, work related, yeah. But
Valid,
not life.
valid.
Life too. Don't try to hide it.
It's okay. It's a safe place on this podcast. You know, we could talk about it.
And we passed that. No, how you doing?
All right,
So-
guys. Today we're here to talk about B-Rad.
We were gonna cover a rom-com, but it was unfinished by 2 people. Yes, D Money. I'm talking about you. You didn't finish the last 2 episodes.
It's okay. It's okay. You
I
know,
don't know how many you finished, but and then
we could say 2 episodes.
I'm fucking dead. And P King was a late.
Late bloomer.
Yeah, that reincarnating took way too long for him to come back, so he wasn't able to catch up on it. So instead, we're going to talk about.
Listen, at this
Gods.
point, from a guy who was supposedly Asian, I'm basically Mexican Asian, all right? I'm not Japanese.
Nani? You're not?
1/16, but it still doesn't count. Like I said, Mexican, Asian, Filipino pride, but hey, whatever.
Okay. ¿Por qué?
That's not Filipino, asswipe.
No, that's Mexican.
That's
You
Spanish.
said- I know.
Puta que namon. Holy shit.
I'm not a,
All right,
I'm not
all
a
right.
dick man.
All right, guys. All right. Today we're gonna cover one of my favorite animes, Record of Ragnarok. B-Raz, what are your thoughts so far?
Man. All the gods you can want, but not how you see them. You sound tired. Man,
I'm
you
not
over here
gonna lie, I'm
yawning at my
exhausted.
statement. What a podcast. Crickets chirping. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen. I need you to elaborate. You know, you can't just be like it's about gods. Like, what about the gods? Do they drink? Do they smoke? Like, are
They
they
got
sleeping?
So somebody gives them a lot
Do
of
they
food.
all have titties? Do some of them have
mean-
titties?
I
How
mean,
many titties? You know?
Technically, they all have titties.
Whoa.
Depending on how you look at 'em.
Whoa.
Just
Whoa.
give me a fucking blow dart at this point for Aphrodite. Remove those hands, you feel me?
P King, I'm gonna take it over to you because clearly B-Rad, he's getting a little sidetracked right now with the titties.
He's gonna be sidetracked too.
I already been sidetracked. I mean, look at these things. These fanboys are crazy with this freaking
So,
shit.
for people that don't know what Record of Ragnarok is, it's a Netflix original, and it's about gods versus humans.
This is basically their last chance to actually defend themselves of the human race. So they give the best of the human race versus the best of the gods. That's how basically they were doing it.
Yeah, but the reason for them doing it is because the gods are tired of humanity. They don't want to save humanity for another fucking period of fucking time.
They want to do a full en masse extinction to the human race. So the what are they called?
The
Valkyries.
Valkyries. I don't know. I said Vikings. My bad. The Valkyries are convinced these people to do Ragnarok, which is basically, if you know the lore of the Norse mythology, that is the biggest war and end of the war, or end of the war of all wars, basically in the Norse mythology. So the Valkyries are demanding these people, Zeus and all them people, are to do Ragnarok. So that's how they got to this point at this point. And basically, what she's the Valkyrie, the main, I guess you could say the main lead of the Valkyries, the main leader.
The top, the number one Valkyrie, whatever you want to call it.
Number one honcho, big titty chick.
the crazy looking, insane fucking.
Mommy milkers.
I guess. If you want to say that.
Sorry, I love the main chick anyway. But anyway,
She's a psycho.
I can fix her.
She always has them psycho looks and that psycho laugh and smile.
She basically watches her sister dies and shows no emotions.
I still can fix her.
So the Valkyries are on the sides of the humans, even though they want Ragnarok to happen, and it's a random matchup. So they choose what god is gonna be fighting, and then the Valkyries pick what human is gonna be fighting.
B-Rads, so far, based off of the 2 seasons that were released, do you have any favorite characters or characters that you like?
Well, I think we should name the lineup for what's out there, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Just to give the listeners a little knowledge if they haven't watched it.
All right, P. would you like to do the first round lineup?
First round, they got Lu Bu versus Thor. So if you don't know Thor, he's
Greek mythology.
Norse, isn't it?
Oh,
Thor is Norse.
Norse. My bad.
Greek mythology would be similar
Zeus.
to
Zeus, Poseidon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Thor is from the North. Most of these are from. There's a mixture.
It's all mixed.
It's a mixture of both of Norse and Greek mythology, but Thor is from the Norse mythology, representing. And Li Bu is. If I can find it.
I think he's a Chinese emperor back in the day.
He was. I think he was. Wasn't he one of the strongest or something like that?
Supposedly,
that's why they got him.
He was like a conqueror of all of mainland China.
Yeah.
If I remember. There's a each of these battles you would not expect. That's the best part about this series is that whatever their matched up it is however their weaponry that they have at least for the humans, it's always very creative of it. So whatever their best features or strengths that they have, that's what they give them. That's what the Valkyries at least give them.
Yeah, and the Valkyries basically transform into various weapons that specific individual used in their lifetime. So that way, it also kind of gives them an advantage. So not only is it a weapon that they're used to using, it's also a weapon that's basically enchanted and is able to kill gods.
Yeah, it's able to actually hurt and do something against the gods. You guys just want to go down the list and do fight by fight and give reviews, or
yeah, we could do that. We could do that.
We could do that.
All right, so in the first fight, Thor versus Lu Bu.
What were your thoughts, P. King?
Well, first who won?
Oh, that'd be Thor. Thor won.
Yeah.
Thor and they actually portrayed him in the Norse style. He had red hair, and
so whatever you.
I mean, he didn't have the belly. He was built and ripped, but that.
Yeah, a little side note for people who are used to Thor, in the Marvel's movies or any of that kind of stuff. This Thor is based off of a legitimate Norse mythology, how they represent it fully.
Except for the ripped part. He's a little chunkier, but you know how animes are.
Yeah, they like to exaggerate some features and whatnot. It's okay. Yeah. Aphrodite, I still love you. Anyway.
So, with Thor winning, what was your thought?
I mean, I wasn't really surprised, at least in that one. But at the same time, the fight was pretty solid, though, at least.
But what surprised you guys the most about the fight? What was the part that
I'm
made
not
you
gonna
think,
damn? As soon as Thor came into the fight, his personality in this particular anime was basically equivalent to Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins. He just came into the fight assuming that he would automatically win, and
he got too cocky.
Basically, everything and everyone was beneath him. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts on Lu Bu?
For an emperor of the Chinese dynasty, he
held his own.
Yeah, he wasn't too cocky about fighting them, but he definitely put some work in.
And then in a way, I like how in each character that they had, as time goes on, but I'll go back to Lu Bu for a minute. I like how they portrayed him and how he's a respectable Chinese emperor / general.
Yep.
And not your stereotypical oh, I could beat you, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's more like he's respectable. He's trying to assess the situation, how he can actually go against the opponent, but, all's well.
But what was the part that made you think, like, shit, like, Thor's about to beat the brakes off this man? What part made you think that?
I'm not gonna lie.
It's when Thor got pissed off.
I still didn't think that, because at the same exact time, if I have this down right, Lubu was smiling this entire fight, because during his life, there was nobody that he could really fight and go all out with, because he was considered like the strongest general in his era.
Yeah.
So he kind of felt honored that there was finally somebody that he could fight and actually use his full potential for. So it looked like, even though he knew he was going to die,
it's like an honorable death.
It was like an honorable death kind of thing.
But, like, what I mean, like, so the part that made me think, like, oh, fuck, was whenever the hammer got bigger and was basically had his own heartbeat and came to life. Like, that was a game changer. Like, that literally was the end of it.
So, like, a fully charged up, powered hammer, basically.
Yeah.
That basically has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Ultimate move kind of moves.
Like, hey, I'm living, and I'm going to do some damage.
That ass, though.
All right, what about the second one?
All right, second fight was Zeus versus Adam.
God. All right,
one of the best, until you finish the show, one of the best fights for the first two fights.
Who wants to go first?
Listen,
it's hard. It's hard because we all think the same thing right now.
Listen. For just putting it out there, even though we know who won.
So you can't just expect the top god, Zeus or Odin or whoever, top god of whatever,
the head honcho.
Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't even really say religion. What is it? Mythology,
Greek mythology, yes.
Yeah, of whatever mythology to go out that quick. So we all know Zeus is gonna win.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that man Adam was mirrored after God
himself,
and his ability was crazy.
Yeah, his ability was, he basically had, I can't remember the specific name for it, but it was like a version of the all-seeing eyes.
Yeah, like he could literally look at you and mimic your every move.
Yeah,
it's like the Sharingan from Naruto, but
better than
times 1,000.
Better than you can do it. He can mimic your move better and faster than you can do it.
Facts.
Because he
only needs to see it one time with those eyes, and then he can mimic it and then progress it better.
Yep, and
which
then
is insane.
In their fight, even though Zeus came in and he was like, "Well, this human is beneath me. I'm about to just kill him easily." Adam really stood his ground.
It originally wasn't supposed to be Zeus. It was somebody else.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Zeus was like, "No, I'm handling this one."
No, because he was pissed because he thinks that this is gonna be easy pickings and whatnot. Yeah. But instead, Zeus is like, "No, I'm taking over."
Yeah, after the first fight,
jumped in there. He's like, "This is mine."
And the fact that Zeus, he went from a skinny man to just
So let me go back to that though. Like, this man later in the show was bitching about breaking the lineups, but he did it himself.
Yeah. Spoilers if no one.
Zeus also acts like a giant man-child, by the way, for those of you who don't know. So just putting that out there. Their personalities are very interesting.
It's very distinctive for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But their fight, whew, man.
I mean, to be fair, that's your favorite fights, but my favorite fight is the next one after this.
Well,
fight.
that's why I said for the first two fights, that was the better fight.
Yeah. For the first two fights,
yes. That was by far the better fight.
And the fact that Adam I like the emotion behind it because everybody in the human side for Adam when he passed away,
they felt.
It was
definitely even his kids.
That was the father. You know what I mean? That's the father of
humanity.
But you gotta think that had to have, even though they didn't show, that had to have some impact on Zeus because that was his kid. He created him. That's basically his kid. He created him.
Not Zeus. It was Jesus Christ and God.
But in mythology, God's not a thing. It's those gods. Jesus and God's not portrayed in that. So Zeus created everybody.
Okay, fair.
So he's basically, in my religion. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm religious. Some people might not be, but facts of the show. It's mythology. It's Norse, Greek.
It's fine. I'm Satanist. It's okay. I'm kidding.
Hey, to each their own.
I'm kidding.
Judgment free zone. This is a safe space, so don't worry about it.
So I feel Satan. Anyway, match number 3.
But
All right, B-Rats, round 3.
Well, we gotta get a little more into the fight, man.
Oh,
'Cause
between Zeus and Adam?
Yeah, because even though Zeus was buff and he was basically he was out here looking like Baki.
No, he was looking like an old man Master Roshi all buffed up.
That too.
Yeah.
They had a fusion. That's what it was.
Baki's
Yeah,
father.
both at the same time, dude.
And they were just throwing haymakers, and this man Adam was keeping up with every fucking thing.
Shot, and it's insane.
He seen the move. He seen a move that he was getting ready to do, and Zeus got his fucking head turned around just like a fucking owl
Yeah.
because Adam beat him to it.
Yeah.
And we thought at that point we thought Adam won.
Yeah.
That man's head was literally a fucking owl.
I feel like Zeus kind of, I'm not going to say it's like a kind of cheat kind of thing, but like it looked like Zeus definitely had plot armor on his side with that fight because it looked like Adam was definitely supposed to win. Especially
he's like the main villain,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
So
you
you
can't
can't
just-
really like kill off your main.
Listen,
villain.
I'm just saying
I get it though. The
they
plot
could have.
armor-
I would have been mad if he died in that fight, but I understand why he didn't.
What was the Valkyrie power up that he got? Didn't he get like things on his wrist? Wasn't
I think it was
bracelets?
like either bracelets or fists.
Was it bracelets? Shit, I thought it was on the crotch.
the leaf.
Yeah, the leaf, the fig leaf.
Oh, so
Whoops.
that Valkyrie was happy.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hail the father of our children.
All right, we're gonna go into round 3. Your favorite, which is Poseidon and Kojiro.
Yes, Kojiro
Sasakai. Yeah,
Sasaki.
So for now, the first 2 rounds, the gods won. The gods are beating the humans.
Like 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the round 3 is the turnaround. Poseidon god actually fucking dies.
No, well, we're gonna build that up at
We
least
will.
because Kojiro is like this.
Old school samurai.
He was an old school samurai, but he was a failed samurai.
Yeah.
Because he goes into fights, but he always fails.
He always lost. Always.
All his
Every fight
fights,
he ever-
every single fight throughout his youth, he failed.
But how the fuck did he stay alive that long if he failed every fucking fight?
Because what he did is that after he failed those fights, he goes back to his own dojo. He mimics those fights and practice on how to defeat him in his own memory.
I get that, but if he was actually fighting with swords and he lost, he would have died. Was he running away? Was he being a bitch boy?
In a way, he
I
probably
mean-
was.
Listen, I wouldn't get him wrong if he ran away or
It's
As samurai, it is.
Or-
because you.
it's considered like black. Blasphemy, but like it's like
Yeah.
you're dishonoring.
I also
It's
feel
very
like
dishonorable.
they also probably was like
But
this
isn't he like a
fight
Ronin, though?
wasn't
I don't
even
know.
worth it, so it doesn't matter whether I take your life or not, kind of thing.
No,
Yeah,
no,
man.
Japanese swordsmen in that.
No, I know.
But
I know.
I mean, they. So yes, they like to die, but like old school Vikings, you die by
It's a sword.
yeah. And maybe his point that he's saying that D Money's over here saying is the fact that maybe he was so pathetic that we're just gonna let you live.
Yeah.
Live with it.
I guess
Like
live with shame.
Yeah,
kinda thing?
live with knowing that you'll never be
Better
a
than
samurai.
anybody.
Like, we can't even consider you a samurai because you're that like low.
Yeah, but at the same time, like it also explains how he his prime is like his old man
Yeah.
because he accumulated all those fights of over the years and he kept practicing and practicing until basically he died. But
Yeah.
Just think about it. Let that sink in. Like the world's most failed samurai beat a god.
Yeah.
That's sad.
The first
That's
human
very
to
sad.
beat a god.
That's
Yeah.
very sad.
but it was epic.
It was epic.
They
it was
did.
an amazing fight.
So they put most of their budget into the Adam and Zeus fight. They saved a little bit because they had some
They had some left.
some kind of animation that going back and forth with
They
him
had a-
dodging all them water spikes.
I'm not gonna lie, they had to cheat a little bit
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
the animation, but
But they didn't get enough budget.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
not
mean,
their
they
fault.
still proved their point. It was
Yeah.
still a good fight.
Yeah.
They
It was.
definitely,
It
they
was a really
definitely
good
showed
fight.
their worth.
Yeah, and that's one of my personally that was one of my most favorite fights because of his background and how he kept being a failure to every single fight or master that he was going against. He falls down. I don't think it was a real sword either. I think it was just the wooden sword.
Oh, wooden swords.
It was
sword
wooden
fights?
swords.
maybe.
to spar with the other masters and whatnot. And the way that he did it, he as soon as he's like, okay, I'm gonna hit you this, hit you there, he's like, you're being sloppy, and then that's when every master like beat the shit out of him. And he goes back to his dojo and then like goes back to the drawing board, see if he could practice enough, see if he could actually fight and actually defeat those masters. Because if you saw in the crowd, you see those previous masters, like he fought and actually won.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't just like, he kept fighting. This is the key term here, is that he kept fighting throughout his entire life. Failed after failure after failure. But he got to the point where he got too damn good and he finally beat everyone that he needed to beat.
Yep.
So one thing that I don't like about the anime so far is how they put their backstories in the middle of the fight. I get it. I get it, but I hate it.
I see your perspective.
I hate it because like I'm trying to watch that action. I'm trying to watch these guys beat some fucking humans or these humans beat the gods.
I feel like in my perspective, I feel like they should do the whole introduction to like before the fight.
Yeah.
You know, like how they in the Valkyries where she goes straight to her lair and he goes to that computer.
Yeah.
I feel like they should do it like that. As soon as you see that character, like
show their life story.
Let's show their life story right then and there
Yeah.
in that computer, instead of just like, oh, Poseidon's great. Background.
Yeah.
Like in the middle, I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, because the way they did it was they'd have the whole fucking episode fighting, and then the episode ends fighting. Cool. All right, here's the next episode. What we got in action? Oh, it's all backstory. These motherfuckers.
Especially.
And then the last 5 minutes back to fighting. Like, bro.
The funny part is like, to me, it's kind of funny, because Kojiro was like doing the whole like the twin swords thing, doing the water, and then you just hear him and like I guess it's in his thoughts. He's like, "Damn, this guy's really good. I don't know what to do. I think I'm getting tired." And then you hear in the background like, "You can do it. You can do it. We believe in you, Kojiro-san." I'm like, holy shit.
I really like that for all the different fighters, they bring like their old friends or their masters or like their classmates or whatever into the stands to support them, like a kind of support system kind of thing.
Yeah. Especially the one, I'm not going to go into, I think, was it the sumo wrestler that I'm thinking of next?
It probably is a sumo wrestler.
Yeah,
with the two fighting up.
I think so. Yeah.
Probably.
The huge ass sumo wrestler. I think he's the one who fought against Shiva. Yep. Okay.
But that's 5.
That's 5.
So we're gonna go into round 4 with
Jack the Ripper.
We gotta do Hercules and Jack the Ripper, man.
Arguably, I'm not gonna lie, that one is like my number 1 out of the 5.
Facts.
Out of the 5, yes.
Facts.
Out of
those 5, yes. Because
at number
oh my god,
by far.
Wait. This is number 4. So you mean out of the 4?
Out of the 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Out of the 4.
rounds.
Out of 4. I was still even though.
Listen, we know, but we're not there yet. So
I'm sorry.
all right. So let me tell. Why is that one of your favorites, Peking?
Because first off, if you saw in like the like I guess you could say the system or how they're planning it out, it should be like good guy, good guy, good guy, good guy when it comes to the humans, representing that we are good. Instead, this sick bitch, God, I love her. Damn it, I can still fix her. Gives you the most disdained, putrid, vile, narcissistic piece of shit human form. And he goes against the gods to the point where the humans, I shit you not,
are rooting for the gods. Yeah.
Yes, I shit you not, ladies and gentlemen. I shit you not. They want to root for the gods, but at the same time, they fucking don't want to.
Facts.
I love this conflict.
But
where's Adolf Hitler?
But in his defense,
let it go, Nutto.
In his
the next
defense,
season.
his backstory was why he ended up being the way he was and murdering all these women.
I did enjoy his backstory.
Yes,
it was meaningful.
It was a very the
fact that his mother was a
prostitute,
a whore.
Let's use her professional name, you know.
Layman's term, a prostitute, a professional.
You know,
prostitute.
she had a career.
Well, you gotta make money.
Sorta.
Sure.
She wasn't getting paid.
Pennies and nickels, man. Sure.
And then,
I mean, his father was.
I was hungry.
A rich guy, you know.
He was scavenging for food. He was scavenging
Allegedly. We don't know if that's
Allegedly,
actually
yeah.
the father or not.
That's correct. That's correct.
So she could give him all that information in his head, but knowing it may not be true at that point.
That's true. So basically, his mother was a whore. His
Yeah.
father was unknown. He grew up in a brothel. You know, all of this contributes to him being a fucked up individual. You know.
100%.
But I like the fact that he can see people's auras
Yes.
just with his eye.
That golden aura of like this,
like
undivided
despair, hatred.
but no. Besides that, he's looking for that signature glow that his mother had.
Yes.
The yellow or gold glow, the unconditional love, or at least pride.
Yep.
So that's what Hercules had,
Yeah.
which is insane.
But what
Yeah.
the fuck did his mom have pride for? She hated him.
No, not at the time. She did not. She
did have that, and then it turned.
It turned after a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't hate him at first, and then later on, she hated him.
And then that's when the fucked up parts like planting
Yeah.
the seeds on what he became.
Yeah, I like that part. I like how
Yeah.
his mother was literally beating the shit out of him and was like, that's not the part I like.
We do not, hold on, side note, we do not condone hitting children. We do not
That's
condone.
funny.
Child abuse.
So
We do not-
besides that part, it leads into my favorite part, which she's beating the fuck out of him, and he's like, "Don't worry, mother, I'll take care of you," and just slits her fucking throat.
Facts.
He didn't- No,
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 he
he
started-
strangled her.
He strangled her at first, but then he ended up
He
slitting
strangled
her
her
throat.
first to see the color difference.
Yeah, he wanted to
Yeah.
test
He wanted to
the
test
color
the colors.
variations.
So he went from the gold, pure-hearted, like pure pride, all that kind
to
of shit,
scared.
to not scared, hatred, which is dark color. I
That was
forget-
red.
That was red, and then
Despair was purple.
despair was purple, and then fear was white.
Yeah, fear
Yeah.
was white.
And that's where he get all that mixture from. He's like, "Oh, magnificent! All these colors.
Yeah.
I love it."
He was a pervert for colors at that point.
He just wanted to make his mom feel good.
Happy.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
happy. Hello,
slit
father.
her throat. And then from there on, I mean,
He was looking for his dad.
you know, as
That
you
didn't
know,
work out too well. Father was a
he
piece of shit.
wanted to see more colors, so he went on a killing spree, killing various people, and just so he could see colors.
Yep.
You gotta explain how he got to his dad. Explain to us.
Yep.
I'm gonna pass that on to B-Raz
No,
because
you
I
know,
can't
you
remember
know,
that part.
Come on.
Uh-uh.
Just tell how he killed him.
I can't remember that part. His
Okay,
dad.
so he knocked on his door and he asked him, "Is like, is your name this?" He's like, "Yes."
Yes.
He's like, "Hello, father."
I'm your son. But, or yeah, hello, father.
And he
didn't
was
know what-
holding the paper. He was like,
You're not my son.
yeah. He was like, "I don't know."
Oh, right. And
And then
he's
that's when he
like,
freaked out. He started to like cry. He started to feel like this like
yeah.
rage
He started
against
having
him.
like
He
a
was
mental
like-
breakdown,
his
kind
dad
of.
even his alleged dad even. You want money? I got it. You can have it.
I don't want my
Fucking
father.
slit his fucking throat too,
Yeah.
and then took his hat.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
disrespect.
I think that's the best part though. It's like a trophy for his head ass.
Yeah. I mean, that's how most serial killers are born. You know, they kill their parents and then they start killing other people because they miss their parents. You know, it's kind of like a
Okay,
mommy
well,
issue, daddy issue kind of thing.
Since you couldn't tell us more about the dad part, D Money, tell us about the fight.
Listen, one of the best fights ever. First of all, let me talk about his Valkyrie and his weapon, right?
Well, his Valkyrie was scared and didn't want to touch her.
Yeah. So
She felt dirty.
the
Yeah.
Valkyrie basically felt like it was a disgrace to even assist him because of the vile way that he lived his life when he was alive.
She even thought she was gonna die just fucking murdering with him.
Yep. And she thought that he would actually kill her after because of his personality. But in all of this hindsight, he was very respectable. He was a very respectable.
Nah, not getting her.
Not.
He straight up like, come here, your mouth.
I mean, what like he tried.
He grabbed her.
He
bro.
tried to be respectable, but when she was like, "Well, I don't like this," then you know the serial killer side kind of came out. But before that, he was a really nice guy. You know.
He was nice after the
To an
fight
extent.
too.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah.
To an extent. Until you pushed him.
Yeah, you know, he was calm, cool, and collected. And then when, you know, he didn't get his way, that's when, you know, he had to choose a different path.
And what I like about this fight, okay, is the creativity of this fight.
Facts.
Because the first off, I thought it was just going to be the bag. Like she became
Facts.
the bag. And that's when like Hercules was like, okay, I'm gonna try to take that bag or whatever the hell. And he's like, wait, it's not the bag, and he's like, must be the jacket or whatever.
Well, he kept telling him what it was.
Yeah, he
He's
kept,
like,
yeah,
"It's
he kept
my
like
knives."
giving, yeah, he
He's
kept
like, oh, well,
deceiving.
it's my umbrella. Oh, it's this.
Yes, it was this, that, but we didn't know it was the fucking gloves itself.
It's just the fact that this man turned the whole arena
Entire-
into his weapon.
Yeah.
And the arena, by the way, is literally London.
Yep.
Old school, like probably like 17.
Yeah, they let him
1700,
pick it, and
1700
they
London, 1800
replicated
London. Yeah,
the era where he grew up.
yeah. So he knew that streets like
The back of his hand. Facts.
So his Valkyrie turned his gloves into the weapon. So anything he touched turned into a weapon that can harm the gods.
Yeah, and one of the favorite weapons that I've seen him use and turned into, he had a giant pair of scissors.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not
They stole that from a comic. Got killed.
as funny as it sounds. Those scissors was putting in the work.
Yeah, it did actually. That one, and also he threw the goddamn building.
Well, yeah, facts. He,
It was a clock tower too.
yeah, it was
Clock
the I think it's
Bell.
Big Ben. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
Big Ben.
He chopped the tower in
Well,
half.
he didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
He
Hercules did.
was touching everything because he put invisible wires up that were very. I wouldn't even say invisible. They were very
Minuscule.
thin that you couldn't even see them.
They're very.
And he's
minuscule,
over
yeah.
here jumping in midair, and people were wondering how he's just floating away.
and flying. Yeah.
Again, another creativity that he had, like a tag, because I would love to see that in a video game for future reference. Get to it.
Yeah, Records of Ragnarok.
Oh my god, the video game. Oh my god, I busted nut. Anyway, the invisible lines and also the various knives that he had in his pocket or whatever, he uses that and uses that
Yeah.
as strings, and then he
A
used
slingshot. He basically made a
made
slingshot out
of it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Listen,
Raining knives.
his mindset was just like his IQ had to be like super high.
Yeah.
Like,
Like he was up there with Shikamaru. I feel like this man
for
would put
growing up
Shikamaru
in like a
in
brothel
a fucking bomb.
and having like he didn't go to school or anything like that. His childhood was just like really messed
he
up
read
place.
a lot of books though.
He did. Yeah, he did read a lot
his,
of books.
His intellectual prowess is like really strongly hinted.
Self-taught.
Self-taught, yes.
Yep.
That's what I was going for. Mostly books and mostly reading those books, and I was very impressed.
Books that he stole. But
Hey,
Hey.
I mean, you're poor. You have to do something.
Knowledge is power, even if it's stolen.
that's facts. That's facts.
He could have always returned the books and said he borrowed it,
No, fuck that shit. Steal it.
or he could have just killed him.
That
I
too.
mean,
You're the librarian.
yeah, give me all your books.
Okay. We talked about Jack the Ripper. What did you think about Hercules? Because obviously Hercules didn't just
No, he
Accept
didn't kill
this
over.
fight,
No,
you
he
know?
did not kill over.
He
That
lost,
dude,
he lost an arm.
he lost an arm and he still went.
yeah, that's
he
true.
still felt pride.
Yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
did not change any emotion.
No,
he thought he
no,
was gonna. He was like, I'm gonna win. I'm doing this for everybody.
Jack the Ripper even cried at one point because like the amount of energy glowing from Hercules, he was like,
He was
"This
like,
is
it's so beautiful.
it's phenomenal."
Yeah.
Do you see it, mother? It's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the same aura
Same
I
aura
see.
I see from you. Mother. It's beautiful.
Facts. And it's funny because these fights will determine the humanity's basically whether they're about to be wiped out or living. And in those moments, the god that he was sent to kill reminded him of his mother
Yes.
that hated him.
So the big shebang was that Jack the Ripper almost died like 4 times,
Yeah,
and he kept getting back up.
he took them shits.
And then the humans started actually cheering him on at some
Surprisingly.
point.
Yeah.
And he walked up to Hercules after being impaled through the side.
Through the side, yeah. It was like basically the guard or metal gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And
then he had, like,
grating or
yeah.
whatever. And he
Painful.
started bleeding all over himself, and he turned his hands into a weapon. He walked up
He
to Hercules.
used his blood.
Yeah, he walked up to Hercules and speared this man through his chest with both fucking hands.
Yeah.
And that tied the humans with gods.
Yeah.
2-2.
Both hands through his rib cage.
And I want to give you a side note. Like, I know a lot of people out there really does do like the subs of like all anime, and I totally get it. I strongly recommend to at least watch a dubbed version of this, at least the Jack the Ripper vs. Hercules, because to me, I was legitimately like laughing, at least in the background story, because the way they did it was actually kind of funny to me. Like they made the child like, I don't know how to like it felt exaggerated, like cartoony almost.
Damn,
He's
that's
like,
valid.
"Hello, mother. Oh, why are you crying, mother?" Like that is, I swear to God, the
Yeah.
way I'm doing it right now.
It's almost point on. Almost.
Yeah. Listen, you never know. You might get hired to be a voice actor one day.
I would love to. That'd be great.
Maybe the podcast will take you there.
Yeah, you know.
Hopefully,
That'd be
fingers
nice.
crossed.
We reach that kind of audience, you know. Start getting deals and stuff.
You guys know you love P. King's voice. Don't lie. It's funny. He's a comedian.
Facts. You know, he's already his
Unless he gets reincarnated.
I
hope
go to
not.
say silhouette. I think I'm saying that right.
Silhouette.
But he's already a panda, you know. So why not make him a comedian as well? And following on, a voice actor.
I would love to, honestly. That's like one of my dreams.
So those were 4 fights. Now let's get to round 5.
Raiden, Temimon, and then Shiva. Tamemon. I don't know. So, again,
Raiden, Tamemon.
Tamemon. To a lot of the Japanese listeners out there, we do apologize.
It's Tamemon.
Tamemon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they, if you would see it written in Japanese, it would have the little U that prolongs it.
Yeah,
So,
like they kind of break it down a little bit like that.
Tamemon.
Yeah. Tamemon, yeah. The Raiden versus Shiva.
Peak. That one was a peak fight. That one was really good. The backstory was fucking phenomenal too.
That's the one I think I was trying to talk about.
Where they had what was his name? It was Shiva and
You know his best friend?
yeah.
I can't remember his best friend's name.
You know what I'm talking about though. Like it was up
They
in
were
the mountain.
they were fighting each
Yeah.
other all the time. Shiva was always fucking dancing. The other guy was always laid back, or it might have been the other way. I don't know. Shiva always dances. Though.
Shiva was always dancing.
Shiva
yeah,
was
but
the one
I
was
remember
dancing.
him laying back too, though.
No, they were both laying back, relaxing, but Shiva was the dancer.
Yeah.
And he even brings dancing into one of his fights.
So for people that don't know Shiva, he's the Hindu.
Hindu
Yes.
god,
The
yeah.
the Hindu, and I honestly wasn't rooting for him. I wasn't. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't rooting for him.
Shiva?
Yeah, I liked Shiva, but I didn't want Shiva to win.
So
The way he had an ego.
he did have an ego.
He had the biggest ego.
I mean, what do you expect? It's Shiva.
He's a god. I mean, but until I got his background, I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
His background kind of
that's
boosted
why.
it up.
And also, that is also the same character that actually got controversy from in India, or at least Hindu, wherever that is
really?
from. Yeah, a lot of people did not like it how they portrayed Shiva, how they portrayed the character and whatnot. I'm like, what do you expect? It's an anime, y'all.
Yeah.
So me
Like, come
And people
on.
are gonna hate. Who cares?
me specifically, I don't really know much about Hindu gods. So I can't really say for sure like exactly
really
how it's
say-
supposed to be.
I can't really say either.
But I liked it, and I like how they kind of like try to introduce like the Hindu culture a little bit into it.
And I don't think it was in an insulting way. I think it's just like an exaggerated way.
Yeah.
Like how? I mean, come on.
They gotta make it fit in an anime standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
Like-
I mean, come on. You don't see like Aphrodite like that.
Like you gotta see people make an anime and
I
have
wish.
Jesus or God in it, and all these Americans are gonna be offended. But it is what it is. It's
I mean,
anime.
damn it, I wish I was one of those hands, but hey, I'm still here.
Like you see fucking South Park out here doing that shit.
Facts.
Every single
Yes.
day.
And people love it. Some people hate it, but people love it. It's stupid.
You had Saddam Hussein fucking the devil. Like, come on, guys.
It just let it go and move on.
He made the devil his bitch. I mean, that's like, you can't. Come on.
Listen.
Anyway.
So the backstory. We have to cover his backstory.
All right. So Shiva and his best friend were basically hanging out one day, and they was like, "Listen,
They love fighting.
we love fighting. We should just become the strongest fighters, like in all of India." And in order to become the strongest fighters in India,
They traveled from each village to village
And
to
kill other gods.
village to village, town to town. Basically, they fought
I think it was like 100,000 gods or
Yes,
other
100,000
gods.
Like that.
more. Basically, yeah, to the point where they had to go and like, they finally finished the village part, right?
Yep.
Then they see the mountain. They're like, all right, we got to go up to that mountain.
Facts.
They just went
Yeah,
straight.
they were beating everybody in their path.
Everybody.
And
No matter how small or huge, they didn't give a shit.
Facts.
It didn't matter how many either.
Yeah.
And they came across where they seen and had to fight the strongest Hindu god, and they beat him. And then it came to sad part where
somebody asked the question,
who's stronger? They had to fight each other. They didn't want to, but they had to.
Him and his best friend. And at first, Shiva was going to let his best friend win, but his best friend knew that Shiva was the stronger one between them. And mid-fight was basically telling his best friend, you know, don't take it easy on me. You know, this is what we've been preparing for our whole lives and stuff like that. And they basically almost had a fight to the death where his best friend almost died. Shiva was the victorious one. And, you know, everybody was... It was very close because when he almost died, Shiva almost wanted to end the fight. But, you know.
The dude had a lot of heart, though.
He did.
He had, like, a lot of heart.
He did.
And every time they beat one of them other gods, they accumulated their followers.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they kept getting all their strength and power. And now Shiva, who is fighting for the gods, has all these people relying on him, and he can't let them down.
Yep.
But he fought a sumo wrestler who was deformed and too strong at birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't even walk. His muscles were so deformed.
Facts. It was to the point where his bones couldn't keep up with his muscles, so he had to, like, growing up, learn to, like, hold back his muscles in order to just live.
Yeah, he basically had to personally train his muscles to actually morph into his bones.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, I believe the Valkyrie, who was that big Bertha chick? It was
Bertha.
Huge,
Yeah, I think her name was Bertha.
Bertha? Okay, so it was a huge ass bitch.
Yeah, she was the fucking Hercules Valkyrie.
Facts.
And then Raiden just fell in love with her immediately. I'm like, you womanizing motherfucker. That's me with Aphrodite with those tits. Anyway,
we'll get there. We'll leave that for the end. Gotta save the best for last, right?
True.
Anyway,
but the fight was good. Like,
the fight was amazing.
Listen,
unfortunately, the gods won.
The gods did win.
And
Shiva did lose an arm, though.
He lost 3 arms.
Oh yeah, he did lose
lost
3 arms.
3 arms fighting this man.
Not only that, like Raiden, like it felt like he just let loose, while at the same time Big Bertha was trying to hold those muscles and whatnot.
Yeah, basically his
The way he got fucking
body
burned.
couldn't keep up with his muscles, so his muscles just keep getting ripped basically and destroyed, but they were regenerating
And
to an extent,
like
fast enough to keep him alive, so that way his destroyed muscles won't affect him.
Yeah.
But it was also like working against him, and then Shiva was basically doing like a fire dance kind of thing and lighting him on fire.
He did his Super Saiyan.
So he basically had his own muscles fighting against him as well as Shiva's fire.
Yeah.
So he was already at like a double disadvantage.
Hey, that dance and music they did for it though was nice. I liked it.
That was pretty cool.
It was nice. Unfortunately, I don't like the physics of how he killed him. He just beheaded him with his foot.
Yeah.
Kind of
lame.
Overplayed. A little overplayed there.
I mean, they already did so much between the backstories and like the fight itself. So I guess like the death, they was just trying to like.
You could have kicked his head off.
I mean,
chop it off. Like show him like fucking like Spartan kicking him or something. Don't chop.
Spartan kick.
Yeah, do something.
That would be kind of funny though.
I mean, yeah.
An uppercut would be kind of nice too.
Knee him in the fucking chin.
Just like finish it.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't because his other arm was like dangling.
Facts.
Yeah,
that last arm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Well, still, you know.
Strangle him with your tendons.
Oh. Oh God. We're going to dark water territory over there.
Hey, sometimes people like that stuff.
Facts.
Yeah, well, wrong Asian. Anyway.
Hey, I got a little Asian in me.
No, you don't.
Don't take that the wrong way.
I'm just kidding. But I do like for that match. Like, where would you like rate it from 1 to 5? Because for me, number one will be Jack the Ripper for me still.
Jack the
So-
Ripper
so
is still
far-
number one.
Yeah, rating them so far.
I'd say Raiden and Shiva, I'd say number 4.
What I would also say. Well,
Man,
I
as I watched them, I had to reassess my list. I probably liked Hercules and Jack the Ripper first.
Mm-hmm.
Second one would have to be Shiva. Third would be Zeus.
Really?
Yes, just because they got progressively better.
I don't know, man. Like Jack the Ripper for me, and then Kojiro's number 2 for me. I can't help it. I love that one, dude.
I can't. That's probably my third or my fourth, and then fifth is Thor versus Lubu.
That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like I'm with B-Rads on this one. I agree. It's not that I don't like
They're all just too good. It's just
the facts. And then like for P King's favorite fight, it was just that I liked his backstory and everything, but the fight scene kind of just dragged out a lot, and it wasn't really a lot of fighting going on because it was basically in his head. So he knew
That's the funny
the
part to me.
moves that would happen, and he knew he couldn't counter them, or if he knew how to counter them, that's when he would act.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like a whole lot of standing there, kind of.
I get you though. I get
Yeah.
you.
he had to play chess in his head.
Basically,
yeah.
yeah.
He had to think
that
three
moves,
to 4 moves ahead. Yeah.
Which I liked because it showed the level of foresight that he was able to reach throughout his life. But I just wanted to see some hands.
Right.
So we're gonna go into the final round that they have for season 2 before they ended it. Is Zero Fuku or Hajun?
Or Bishiramon 10.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is,
It's technically Zero Fuku.
the
Yeah,
god of
it's
many
all
names.
the seven fortune
Seven
gods of
god-
seven
yeah.
fortunes turned
Oh.
into Zero Fuku.
Which
Yeah.
is not fair at all, side note. Like, God,
It's more fair than him fighting 7 people.
that's fair. But, like, it's like all the Ginyu forces in one freaking body. And it's like,
The Ginyu forces.
even though
doo-doo, though.
I get it, but you know what I'm saying?
I feel like separately they're probably trash. Like Buddha
Ginyu
probably could
himself
have
was
beaten all of them.
off topic. Ginyu himself was a little better just because he was able to take Goku's body. Not
Yeah.
for long though.
Goldtoe was pretty damn good because he could stop time, guys. Come on.
I mean, Saki K could stop time too, but
I'm talking about Dragon Ball here, alright?
but
He's technically the fastest in the universe because he can stop time. Burner can suck it.
I don't know. Saki K can go back in time before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the Buddha. Anyway.
But by far my favorite fucking fight is Buddha. That takes the cake.
Wait,
Buddha-
which fight? Because there was
Well,
2 fights with Buddha.
Just Buddha. Just Buddha. It doesn't matter. Just Buddha. That
Okay.
man was a fucking
Beast.
dick. He was a dick.
But we love him.
Yeah.
Yes. But
We love him.
he backed it up.
He backed it up.
I mean,
God
what
damn,
other-
I can't help but love him.
He was like Zeus was like, you gonna fight in the next round. He was like, okay.
Bet.
He was like, all right, I will.
For the humans.
Goes into the field. Testing. I will be fighting for the humans. And everybody's fucking what?
Facts.
They're all flabbergasted. White
Facts.
person word. Flabbergasted.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I really,
Shook.
I do want to see him fight Zeus though, just to see what will happen, because I could see the tension between them.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
That's not
I
going to
know.
happen.
Unfortunately,
But Buddha, oh my god, man. The way that, just because he fought for the humans, I mean, even if he fought for the gods, I don't care. Buddha was just,
that guy,
You got that dog, man.
he does.
bro, all right,
He,
here.
he also didn't care about anything at all. Like he was just doing what he wanted to do.
We're going to throw a twist in. We're going to have a little battle dominance right here.
Okay.
Who would win, Gojo or Buddha?
I feel like that'd be really close, but like, I don't know, because Buddha's staff.
That's not even his staff.
No.
He could see
He could
your soul move before you move.
Yeah. He predicts your move before you even try.
Yeah, but
Plus, he is a literal god.
right, but with Gojo, well, since Peking doesn't know, Gojo's technique, he doesn't turn it off. It's just always on. So it's like, I don't see how Buddha's gonna get past. Like, if you can't touch him, how are you gonna kill him? Kind of thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, Gojo won't be able to touch him.
Right, so it'll basically just be like
A standstill.
yeah.
Yeah, but
standstill
somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to give.
Somebody has
Right,
to
but
win.
I feel like if
Buddha doesn't have like.
if one person was to give, I feel like it would quicker be Gojo because, for example,
Buddha doesn't have like he has unlimited stamina at that point.
no, right, but at the problem is the domain expansion.
Yeah,
They don't have that.
So that'd be like saying
Buddha could see it coming, but once he puts up that domain expansion and he gets caught, it's like the equivalent would be Itachi's Sharingan. He's put in a genjutsu. You could predict that it's coming. That doesn't mean you could get out of it.
Okay, but that's still besides the point. So,
but if he gets caught in it, he's dead.
No, even if he's in that gives him limitless knowledge.
For Gojo's?
Yeah, if Gojo puts him in domain expansion, so that's one of his things. When you get put in that domain, you know everything in the universe. Everything. It flows in you. Mind you, the fact they only stop because they're getting all this knowledge. Buddha's a god. He already knows it all. That's not going to affect him. True. He's going to be able to move freely.
True.
And then he can still see Gojo coming, even if he's in the domain expansion. He can see before he moves.
Yeah, but then
and Buddha basically has like over like God knows how many years of experience of battle.
That's true, but
how many years of Gojo does he have?
As long as he's been alive.
Yeah, however long he's been alive.
So there you go. Compared to Buddha, who has been alive since.
I don't know,
because
it's kind of hard to get past Purple. Like, remember Purple when he was fighting Hanami?
Yeah, but still, man.
Like, because you could see it coming, but
I mean,
in their arena, I don't really see how he's gonna dodge.
That's like putting.
It's not really a dodge.
Come on, he can't use the purple in domain expansion.
You're putting like a Goku versus Superman situation. You know Superman's gonna win.
Listen, I don't know. I feel like there's no clear victor.
No matter how many times Goku gives like a transformation or any of that kind of stuff, new techniques or whatever, Superman just comes in and just.
That's true,
unless
but I don't
Goku
know.
somehow gets his hands on kryptonite.
He doesn't know what the fuck kryptonite is.
Exactly. But I'm saying unless he gets it.
Because like
that or the Red Sun.
True, but how would Buddha
if it's
beat
the Red
Gojo?
Sun, I can't remember.
The staff can do a lot of things.
It can, but my thing is, you just can't touch him. So if you can't touch him, it doesn't matter what the staff can do.
Okay, well, if anybody's gonna listen to the podcast, they can weigh in on it for us.
Okay.
Give us their opinion, because that's a hard one. But in my defense, that'd be like putting Gojo versus Zerofuku.
That's true.
Zerofuku gets stronger the more he loses and is humiliated or upset. Gojo's gonna die. It doesn't matter. Gojo's going to die. He's the god of seven fortunes.
No, I know that, right?
Gojo's gonna die.
I still can't see. I feel like it'll be a very interesting fight.
So, in season 2 of JJK,
right,
you can break through his limitless.
Yes, you can, but
you just gotta be strong and fast enough.
Right, but no, not even just strong and fast enough. You have to hit, you have to time it precisely.
No, not really.
When they were doing it, there was I think it was Volcano Head and Nanami. They were both hitting him from different angles at the same time.
So the way he killed Nanami, he literally put her on the wall
and just
and just kept getting closer and closer, and she just fucking splattered.
Yeah.
But that's because she wasn't able to withstand it. A god is gonna withstand whatever you thought.
I mean, I don't know.
Plus, remember,
I feel like we're putting a little too much hype on the gods, because.
Well, you gotta think the gods don't get hurt unless they have the Valkyries. Gojo doesn't have the Valkyries.
Okay, but in this particular instance, Gojo's a human, so let's say he got called to fight for the humans. He would have a Valkyrie.
See, if that was the case, then Gojo would win. But
that's if.
Yeah, I mean, all of this.
Buddha went immediately straight for humans. Though.
If they were just both coming across each other on the street, Buddha's gonna win. I think.
Yeah, with no freaking Valkyrie power. Come on.
I don't know. I feel like
again, Goku Superman. Which side note, people, let it go. Superman won. For the love of God, just want to put that out there. I'm sorry, as a DBZ fan. I know we're not talking about DBZ's fan, but still.
Not yet. We'll come across that eventually.
The Goku vs Superman thing. Please shut it off. It's been like 5 years with this debate. Reddit, freaking Twitter, freaking Instagram, freaking Facebook.
Everything. That's like the whole Batman and Superman debacle.
What if Saitama versus Buddha?
Saitama?
Yeah. From One Punch Man?
Ooh.
Man.
I
still feel like fucking Buddha.
Really?
Because Saitama's still a human, still no Valkyrie.
There's a reason why he's called One Punch.
But Buddha can see his move before he moves.
Yeah, but he's also that fast.
But Buddha's still a god. He could see all that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He could see before you move. He sees your soul move before you move.
I mean, you can see that.
He's still going to be fast. He might not be able to dodge everything, but he's...
Right, but if he can't dodge everything, the fight's over.
No, because that whole alien fight.
You talking about with Cosmic... What's his name?
Cosmic Guru?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to punch him way more than one time.
I mean, that's true.
Way more than one time.
I don't know. I feel like that would also be an interesting fight.
That would be a fun fight to see, though.
That's probably going to be our next podcast. Is a whole battle dominance thing, just back and forth. Who would win? And
so like a death battle.
Yeah.
Anime death battle. Okay. Anime
like
death battle.
Well, as long as Rooster Teeth doesn't sue us, though. We'll call it fight to the death or something like that.
Facts.
Battle dominance. That's why I'm not saying death battle. Battle dominance.
Okay, fair enough. Battle dominance. Who is deadliest? No, wait, that's deadliest word. Damn it. Never mind.
Cobra!
God damn it. Fucking shit.
Oh, shit. Alright, so back to Zero Fuku and Buddha. I killed him. He's broken.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Do you get that reference?
I do. My mind is
that funny.
No, my mind is like, so I'm still on the battle dominance. Like I was playing like all the anime characters.
We can say that for next time, because I think it's already been like an hour almost, and we're not trying to make these too long.
Valid.
Because we gotta keep them about the same time frame. But Zero Fuku and Buddha.
First of all,
Buddha won.
Buddha did win. Zero Fuku's hatred for Buddha was completely unnecessary and irrelevant because it had nothing to do with Buddha really. Buddha was
it did.
He was just living his life. He didn't like that.
Yeah. Well, it's not that he didn't. He didn't like that. He had the followers.
He had lovers. He had people who love him
and all this recognition.
Right, but that wasn't his fault.
Fuku was taking all the hate and getting nothing for it.
Yeah.
But Buddha literally told his followers, "Don't follow me." They did it anyways.
Yeah.
He wasn't treating them any better. He was just...
bitches be jealous and hate.
You right.
I mean, granted, Zero Fuku would fuck all of us up, but...
Yeah. But,
I mean... Be there, so.
He just... What are you talking about?
Find you.
He just wanted to help people, but, he realized very quickly humans don't deserve to be helped.
Shit. So there was 3 stages of?
No, it was 2. When he fought him the first time, and then when he transformed.
So which one did you like more?
The transform fight, because
actual Zero Fuku.
Yeah, because when he was fighting him the first time, and Buddha was talking to him, he started getting realizations and stuff, and
started being happy.
Yeah, which, you could be happy or whatever, but in a death match, I don't really care about your happiness, really.
Is this the second or third form?
That's the second.
Second form?
Yeah.
That's the one I personally like, because how it looks. It looks kind of badass.
And it looks better.
I mean, if you it's technical, that was the first form that he fought.
Three
there
forms.
Was 3.
Yeah.
Well,
the third form was black. Wasn't it black?
No, they technically had 2 forms. It was the 7 gods that transformed into Zero Fuku, and then Zero Fuku transformed into that demon.
Oh, right. Right.
So... Technically, there's 3, but Zero Fuku fighting, that's the first form.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good.
But he was a scrawny kid with just
still
anger issues.
He let that anger dictate his battle.
And I'm assuming this would be the final.
Yeah.
That was the demon.
Yeah.
That's the final form.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was between
Beelzebub or what
Beelzebub, yeah.
Yeah, Beelzebub.
And then when the demon came out.
From a different world, because that's not the original one.
Yeah, from basically hell.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not the other. He's from a different world order. I think they had 6 different worlds or whatever.
Yeah.
And he came from a different one.
Came from a different dimension.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Oh, right.
Because the other Beelzebub was the one that basically created him.
Mm.
And he was supposed to be like locked away or whatever, but then he got unleashed by some, I guess, freak accident or something like that. Or...
Well, because he planted him in that boy because he knew it was going to happen. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
something with that Zero Fuku's body.
Yeah, yeah.
What was did you like the first form and the second form?
Honestly, the first form to me, like, it was kind of badass.
The first form?
For the fight?
For the fight, no, it was the
First demon form.
first demon form. Yeah.
Okay.
So you like the fight demon form?
Shit. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Whoops.
But
yeah, this form, yeah, I kind of like it.
so you like the second fight,
Yeah, the second fight.
but you like the first form better.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had a combination of the both, it'd be kind of cool. How about you,
I
man?
wouldn't even know which one I say I like more. They're both pretty cool. I think I liked the first fight better, just because that's the way it was intended to be.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even really consider that a fight for gods against humanity.
To be
with
honest,
the second one.
the first fight was more like a conversation between them.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like, well, why are you so angry? Kind of thing.
Pretty much.
Just leave it. I'll get it.
I mean, I got most of it.
D Money over here spilling stuff
I'm sorry.
on the podcast.
On the podcast.
You're on record.
It happens. Where's my girl Aphrodite? She'll suck it up.
I actually think I got it all, surprisingly.
Move your phone. I don't want to toss it on your phone.
Kobe.
All right. So, any details that you want to get into before we end the podcast? I know what you want to get into.
Yeah, go ahead first.
Listen, I'm excited about the next fight. We don't know who's fighting for the humans yet, but
Yeah, we do.
I can't remember his name.
Hades versus
Quincy.
Yeah, Quincy. But
Quincy
I
Hong.
really want to see Hades
Quincy Hong.
fight. He seems like
I didn't see the picture for it. I didn't read the manga, and I didn't see.
So,
I'm not trying
no,
to spoil too much for myself.
I didn't really look into it, but
Wen Shi
just
Hong is a former emperor of China.
yeah.
So they got another Chinese person coming in.
Yeah. Hey, man.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. You
Yeah.
taking it there. I'm just saying. Apparently, Chinese is better.
Hey, I love my Panda Express. Leave me alone.
I bet.
I don't even think Panda Express is Chinese.
It's not. It's Chinese American mix.
I've only had Panda Express once.
It ain't that bad.
I
I've seen
don't
better.
really like it that much.
I've seen better. Honestly.
Yeah, same.
You go in the hood for some Chinese food, then you'll get your shit.
Facts.
So the next coming fights is Hades versus Quincy, Beelzebub versus Nikola Tesla,
Mm-hmm.
Apollo and Leonidas,
That one I can't wait. That looks pretty sick.
Susanoo no Mikoto, and Soji,
Okay.
and then they don't have 11 through 13.
To be determined.
Yeah. So obviously some of these humans are gonna win and gods are gonna win again. Cause
The Leonidas versus Apollo, I'm very curious on how they're going to portray Leonidas. Are they going for the 300 Zack Snyder? This is Sparta! And he just kicks
the only thing I
Apollo.
can picture Apollo doing is using his bow. That's the only thing he's
Yeah.
gonna do.
See, my dumbass is thinking Apollo from freaking Rocky for some reason. I don't know where I went with that.
I don't see
I don't
why
know.
he would fight for humans. I mean,
The Beelzebub versus Nikola Tesla is gonna be, I feel like
Interesting.
a real good one.
Yeah.
A real good one.
The last one, what was it? Number 10, the Soji Okita?
Yeah, and Mikoto.
Yeah, Mikoto. I have no idea between those
Yeah, I
two.
don't-
I don't know either. I don't even know which one's the god.
Yeah, they're both the same.
Probably Susanoo Mikoto because all the gods are on the left side,
No, Leonidas versus Apollo is Leonidas is left.
not on mine.
Well, hot diggity damn. All right. Well,
They have all the gods on the left, so I'm just gonna go on a whim and say Mikoto's a god.
Okay.
If not, whatever. Somebody's gonna
valid.
die.
either way, it's gonna be a very interesting fight.
All right,
Facts.
so your thoughts?
Which one? Which god you talking about?
Any of them?
Also,
you already know what you're getting into.
who do you think is gonna win after this like battle royale?
Bro,
The humans or the gods?
The humans are gonna win. They're not just gonna kill off the humans like that. Humans are gonna win.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anime's been taking dark turns lately.
What I feel like is
Oh,
that
man.
what I feel like that what they're gonna do is like make a huge turn and make it a bummer and like have humans almost die, but instead they're like, "Oh, you learned your lesson." In the last.
So
anime.
they lose, but they let them live.
Yeah. But I feel like that's a cop out.
I don't know. I feel like the humans are gonna win their spot.
Win the respect and all.
Yeah,
That kind
I
of
think
thing.
they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck
It's
you
either,
guys.
it's either that.
Respect us.
That's what I'm saying. Like those are the two paths I'm trying to take.
Mm-hmm.
So like we win, right, and then like we earn their respect, or we basically lose, but we still earn their respect, and we're not gonna get killed.
Yeah.
I personally, I know it's not gonna happen, but I want them to massacre all the humans. You know, just murder
dude.
all of them,
Thanks, man.
and then like
You're a human.
I know,
I survived the bus.
and then I mean you could survive a god. You know why not?
a buzz versus a god? Come on, man.
Same thing. You know.
No, it ain't.
They're both pretty hard.
Give me some Wolverine freaking claws then. I'll try to fight a god.
And then they could do, since the gods technically made them, just start over again.
But why would they do that if they were tired of humanity?
Because
They can like control them under their whim at that
Yeah.
point.
That's how it started out. It's just gonna be the same thing.
no, you can learn from your mistakes, kind of thing.
They're dead. They're not gonna learn from anything.
No, not the humans, the gods.
The guys aren't gonna change anything. They're God. They have God complexes. They don't care.
That's true.
They're just like, okay, well,
I mean, there are less gods
let's
now.
start
though.
another ant farm and watch them do the same shit.
At that point, well, I mean, yeah, gods get bored, so I mean,
Yeah.
they have to find some entertainment.
There's also less gods because some of them died now.
Process continues.
So the process probably just keep restarting.
Make more gods.
Yeah, make more gods. Or maybe the gods are like to the point where it's like, this battle royale was kind of fun. I need more humans so I could have more battle royales.
Okay, so what do you think is gonna happen when the battle's over? Do you think all those dead people are gonna come back to life?
No.
Once
Well,
you're dead, you're dead.
I hope not.
But they were already dead,
That's true.
and they brought them back for the fight.
Well,
The thing that here's the thing,
gods were alive.
I know that. But the Valkyrie, I know she said when you die, you die. But the gods can apparently do whatever they want.
Yeah, to themselves.
But they can create humanity. Why can't they bring them back?
They won't. As soon as they'll be like, oh, screw that. Even though he's the powerful ass freaking human, they'll be like, fuck that noise. I'll just leave him dead. They
Well,
can be cheap.
no,
I mean, they
because
could, but-
no, I know what it
It's
is.
Zeus we're talking about.
I know what it
here.
is. The gods.
They can't be an asshole.
Because you're right, Zeus specifically, because his mindset is gonna be, well, you lost a human, so you're pathetic. So why would I even bring you back if you're that pathetic to lose to humans?
Yeah.
So he wouldn't.
Same with the humans. Like, you lost to my god.
But
Sucks to be you.
Zeus ain't the only god. There's Odin.
I mean,
They're gonna have to have a debacle.
true, but Odin kind of sits back more than Zeus. Zeus is more like,
He's in touch with all that
yeah.
planning jazz.
Odin
whatever.
just seems like he just kind of sits there and just watches everything unfold.
And I feel like he might actually fight.
Yeah.
Maybe in the final battle.
I think he might end up fighting.
In the final battle. But
He's gonna have to.
Oh, that would be fun. That would kind of be cool because if Zeus started it off and then Odin finished it, kind of thing.
But the thing is, who would Odin fight? That's my question.
I mean, to be honest, we weren't expecting the original human lineup, so there's probably somebody out there that they would believe could fight Odin.
Bill Goldberg.
Donald Trump. Hit him with that wig. That little toupee. Smack.
Valkyrie build the wall. That's my final attack.
Like you gonna send your crows at me? They're gonna get stuck in my hair.
Or-
Stop it, you're fired.
Another god might decide to switch sides again, or a human might decide to switch sides,
It would be interesting.
I mean, I know which one's gonna win, but
I
Honestly,
don't know. Maybe they'll kill Odin. Did you read it?
no, I don't know, but I doubt, cause if I feel like Odin is also like a mainline character, even though he doesn't talk as much.
Yeah, but he's not the big bad like Zeus was.
I mean, true.
If he's just sitting back, then he's obviously second hand.